welcome to this week's edition of The Gun Doctor. Well, Kyle Rittenhouse has much to be thankful for this Thanksgiving, as a jury of 12 found him not guilty on all 5 counts. Rittenhouse could have faced life in prison, but during a bizarre nationally televised trial, it became obvious to most that this was a case of self-defense. Even Rittenhouse acknowledged in a recent interview that he felt that it wasn't him on trial but the ability for an average citizen to defend themselves, and that the verdict of guilty would have had a chilling effect on self-defense. Watching the video of a man sticking a gun in Rittenhouse's face before Rittenhouse fired his weapon, we would have to agree. If this didn't rise to the level of self-defense, there would be no situation where you could defend yourself without fear of prosecution. Despite the tremendous political and media pressure, in the end the system worked and Rittenhouse was set free. Well, from Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, the House of Representatives passed legislation this past week that allows conceal and carry without a permit. The bill, SB 565, passed the House 107-92, largely along party lines that mirrored its approval by the state Senate earlier this month. The measure protects the constitutional rights of Pennsylvanians to carry firearms by removing the need to obtain a permit. While the bill allows for carrying a firearm without a permit, it did not change the laws that regulate who can own a firearm. The bill now goes to the governor for signing, but Democrat Governor Tom Wolf has vowed to veto the measure, so the legislation will unlikely become law in Pennsylvania, as it takes a 2/3 majority to override a governor's veto. And heading from Pennsylvania to neighboring state Ohio, the House of Representatives voted 60-32 to pass House Bill 227, the constitutional carry bill. It will now go to the Senate for further consideration. House Bill 227 allows a law-abiding adult who is at least 21 years of age and legally allowed to possess a firearm to carry a handgun without first having to obtain government permission. This ensures the citizens have the right of self-defense without government red tape or delays. Additionally, this legislation maintains the existing concealed handgun license system, so citizens who still wish to obtain a permit may do so. And heading from Ohio down to the great state of Texas, Beto O'Rourke, former Democrat presidential candidate, is back and has announced his candidacy for Texas governor. If he wins the Democrat nomination, it will likely set up a 2022 showdown with 2-term Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican. In 2018, Beto attempted but failed to unseat U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, and in 2019, Beto ran for the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination and dropped out before securing a single delegate. Gun owners are most familiar with Beto for his flamboyant support for gun confiscation. During the September 12, 2019 Democratic debate, Beto was asked about his proposal to confiscate commonly owned semi-automatic firearms. Beto responded in part by saying, "Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15. The Beto campaign would go on to sell T-shirts with that anti-gun slogan. Less than a week later, Beto reiterated his call for gun confiscation on CNN. During an interview, Chris Como asked Beto, "All right, let's state the proposition. Are you in fact in favor of gun confiscation?" Beto responded with yes. In addition to confiscating commonly owned semi-automatic firearms, Beto also has endorsed all manner of other gun restrictions. But Beto hasn't backed off his gun confiscation stance since announcing his bid for governor. Speaking with the Texas Tribune, Beto said, "I think most of us also understand that we should not have military-style weapons used against our fellow Texans." The candidate also criticized recent changes to Texas law that respect the rights of law-abiding Texans to carry a firearm for self-defense without having to acquire government permission. Well, it doesn't sound like a winning campaign issue to me, especially in the state of Texas, but time will tell. And if time is telling you to get that Christmas shopping list done, you can do it at Smoke & Gun Works. Smoke & Gun Works, with the area's largest selection of handguns, rifles, shotguns, knives, great apparel, accessories, and more, You can complete that Christmas list in no time. Smoke and Gun Works, buy, sell, or trade, shoot, shop, or train. You can do it all at Smoke and Gun Works. Smoke and Gun Works, 8785 North Baileyville Road, Forreston, Illinois. On behalf of Doc, Karen, and all the staff from Smoke and Gun Works and myself, we wish you all a very blessed Thanksgiving weekend. For the Gun Doctor, I'm Tim Bivens.